Are you thinking of owning your dream homes? EJ Investment is here for you. Secure our quality bungalows with 2, 3 or 4 bedrooms, or our story buildings 3 or 4 to 5 bedrooms at very affordable prices with flexible payment plans at our Sanyang Seaview Estate, where you can enjoy the cool breeze with modern infrastructure such as tar roads, covered drainage system, modern electrification with street lights, gated entrance with security posts, and social amenities such as gas station, shopping mall, medical clinic, park, schools, children daycare, and a lot more. Our dedicated team of professionals will keep the estate clean at all times, provide security and patrol team within the estate premises, install latest technologies such as CCTV, Wi-Fi, home network installation, solar panel, and power backup system. Also, check out for our additional home facilities and interior design service such as premium tiling, wall plaster, home landscape, fingerprint home lock, and a lot more. Visit our office at Senegambia Kololi Highway and get a free site visit tour, or contact us on 4464838. WhatsApp us on 3259220. Or you can visit our Facebook page or Instagram on EJ Investments. EJ Investments, we are first in properties.
All right.
Honey, did you remind him that the last time he sent the money, it was not enough to buy all the provisions?
Oh, sorry, I forgot to tell him.
Are you guys talking about money transfer to buy provisions?
Yes.
But don't you know about Baluwo?
Baluwo? What is Baluwo?
Baluwo is a service that your son can use to send provisions directly to you guys from the shop. And you don't have to worry about the exchange rate.
Tell me how Baluwo works.
It's very simple.
Just log on to baluwo.com and shop, or download the app on your phone. You can shop on the website or using the app to buy online basic products for your family and friends. With Baluwo, you decide what your money is spent on. Your money, your choice. Buy online products for your family and friends in the Gambia, Senegal, Nigeria or Mali. Baluwo, better than sending money.
Now, allow me to welcome Her Excellency, the Mayor of Banjul, Rohey Malick.
Thank you very much. Chairperson, all protocols respectfully observed. Greetings from Banjul, the capital city of the Gambia. I am honored to give this keynote statement in an effort to strengthen the call for African regional launch of the Making Cities Resilient 2030 MCR 2030. This event came at a time stakeholders are joining hands in building city resilience by 2030, in line with the SEDI framework for disaster risk reduction 2015-2030. Disasters are on the increase globally, affecting more lives and livelihoods of our people, with increasing vulnerabilities in our communities, while cities are usually at high risk of disasters. Urban areas are the most vulnerable communities, and as already projected by the United Nations in 2050, 2/3 of the world's population will be living in urban settlements. This is a clear manifestation that we have to establish strong policy frameworks and leadership to make our cities habitat resilience to climate shocks, and the city of Banjul is no exception. Chairperson, honorable colleagues, the adoption of the SEDI framework marks a new era in the global efforts to reduce disaster risk reduction. I have the firm conviction that this campaign, Making Cities Resilient, will significantly contribute to achieving the objectives and the 7 global targets of the SEDI framework for disaster risk reduction 2015 to 2030. Honorable colleagues, for the campaign to have an impact, the active participation of mayors, governors, and other stakeholders are highly required. Chairperson, please allow me to dwell a bit about the Gambia and the capital city, Banjul. The Gambia is one of the smallest countries in Africa, with the economy highly dependent on tourism and rain-fed agriculture, which is highly climate sensitive. Gambia is highly vulnerable to sea level rise caused by climate change, and about 2/3 of the capital city lies half a meter below sea level, making the city the most vulnerable community in the country in terms of climate change and disaster. The predictions are also very clear as to what will happen with regards to food security and community livelihood in years to come. Colleagues, this year's rain coupled with COVID-19 have caused numerous disasters, including death and serious injuries in the city and other parts of the country. The Banjul City Council, through consultation with stakeholders such as the Disaster Management Agency, the central government, and other civil society organizations, have designed a strategy for our people to curb the pandemic and the effect of climate hazards. The strategy, despite challenges, has indeed worked for the people of Banjul. In addition, my team and I have been able to initiate the Banjul Relief Initiative, where food packages such as sugar, oil, and rice were delivered to over 2,500 families. Likewise, the 100,000 Marks Initiative I launched fumigation of major public places such as mosques, markets, schools, the ferry terminal, and compounds, among others. To avoid infrastructure disasters, Banjul City Council is actively working with the Disaster Management Agency on risk reduction programs such as the demolition of dilapidated buildings in the city. The process is also supported by the Department of Physical Planning and Housing as the government arm responsible in assessing buildings to avoid future disasters. Chairperson, honorable colleagues, in line with the SEDI framework for DRR, Banjul City Council, with the support from the United Nations Office for Migration, together with the National Disaster Management Agency, developed the second city contingency plan. This plan was developed consultatively with all the key stakeholders within the capital city to help in the response for a resilient city. However, since the adoption of the SEDI framework for disaster risk reduction in 2015, the Gambia has committed herself to invest in risk reduction through the improvement of government sectorial policies, enforcement and monitoring mechanism to ensure that our national political and policy environment are supportive to the SEDI agenda. As a result, under the new development program, the National Development Plan 2018-2021, the government and stakeholders, through a series of consultations with citizens, including vulnerable groups, have agreed that disaster management must be one of our top agendas at all levels. For the first time in our development planning, the National Disaster Management Agency is directly tasked to report to the highest political authorities about its work, especially on community risk reductions and resilience building programs. Chairperson, honorable colleagues, As the president of the African Capital Cities Sustainability Forum, I want to join the rest of my colleagues to promote the agenda of strengthening resilience in capital cities, which is fundamental and can spearhead the journey countrywide to ensure we are building forward better. I also urge colleagues to increase the awareness campaign as part of strategies in order to make our people understand the risk around us to enhance our capacities in disaster reductions. Colleagues, regardless of our political differences, we should work with our central governments for a sustainable city and to develop our local DRR strategies that are aligned with the MCR 2030 agenda. Honorable Chairperson, I am concluding in making a call for action to my entire colleague mayors and governors in Africa to ensure our cities have resilience policies such as city DRR strategies and to invest more in socio-economic development as it is key pillar for progress of our cities. Let us continue to build synergies in not only curbing the spread of this pandemic, but also to make sure that the sustainability of our cities stays a priority. I thank you all and congratulations to UNDRR.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. I mean, the challenges that you have spoken about can resonate with many cities, almost all of them across Africa, including the challenges of climate change. And your call for collaboration and for building synergy couldn't have come at a better time. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. Now, in this next session, we will have just 3 other speakers to speak very briefly on addressing the 2 questions that I am about to say. One is how the institutional framework in their different countries support the MCR 2030 agenda, and then just to have them make a few recommendations on what we can do or what we can take into account as we embark on the operationalization of the MCR 2030 in next month or next year, which is January 2021. So allow me to introduce Mr. Edson Fernando, who is Director, Office of the Deputy Commander of Civil Protection and Fire Service. Also speaking to us will be Ms. Pamela Komojuni, who's Senior Disaster Management Officer in the Office of the Prime Minister in Uganda. And then we'll hear from Mr. Abdou Sane from Senegal. He's a former member of parliament and a champion for the Making Cities Resilient campaign. So now allow me to welcome to the floor Mr. Edson Fernando. Sir, we request you to address 2 questions.
Mr. Chairperson.
We are running out of time.
Mr. Chairperson, excuse me, sir.
Sorry.
Can you hear me, please?
Yes, I can.
I just want to make a brief contribution, and it wouldn't go over 2 minutes.
All right. If you make it 1 minute.
I know you want to keep me on the platform, but just allow me 2 minutes, please.
All right.
I just first and foremost want to thank the panelists. And also to thank the regional director, that is Omar Silla, for putting emphasis on the importance of local government. However, I've seen many partners on this platform, so I want to take the opportunity to emphasize on the vulnerability of my city. I think we all have to agree that at this moment, the most vulnerable city so far in the country or in the world is Gambia. So I want to tell again, this is not publicity, Mr. Chairman. This is just to take opportunity, since all sponsors are there already, to let them understand that my city is on the sea level, which I keep emphasizing in every platform, and across the board in Gambia. Gambia is very, very vulnerable. And when we talk about resilience, city resilience, we have to understand that women and youth are very important in this. You cannot have a resilient city when your city is full, or your country as a whole is full with women and youth who are unemployed. So I want us please to take Gambia as a pilot project to understand that the city is very vulnerable, and also the city has a mayor who is a woman, and we all agree that the women empowerment and youth empowerment is high on the agenda. So I want to put emphasis on this, and I want to thank all sponsors there and the panelists as well. I'm sure Omar will say that this is the mayor of Banjul again asking for the market, but I'm still putting emphasis on this. Thank you very much.
In communication, connectivity is everything. We ensure that the links never sleep. Quantities and qualities, all in our data service, providing efficient, reliable voice and data service. We believe if you're not up to speed, then you're going backwards. Communications have to flow as fast as the speed of light. Whatever business you're in, having someone who understands your needs is critical. That is why we just don't offer you technology, we offer you solutions. Enjoy Gamcel's internet broadband anytime, anywhere. Your national operator, Gamcel, Yaibaram.
Agada.
Mbijan raganya.
Albaka.
Mbaka important.
Yo, nga transfer la sto.
Ya transfer la sto.
Ha, code nyinji.
Okay. Korsa. Nsila ID soto.
Ah, sa soto. Sorry. Agada.
Mbijan bro.
Albaka.
Mbaka.
Bara alla service o tariaka.
Ah,
mbale mo ki janna nun kunu bara tariaka.
Ah, jannom yona forest de bureau. Gambia tonkon na no mbali ya bere. Ha. Birin koyna fo kato.
Bari si kodo kino kato nim fo bolong blabe to.
56 branches mola soto Gambia jang.
Ha?
Ha. Gambia kono anin Gambia bantala bankol. Nko kodo kiya bere to. Kodo sifa fo falindiro fo nyaadi lafta memmen na kodi to poto nin kodi maraw. Jannam number 1 di nyonta. Andum fana nata anoda enterprise sotale. Wolam nyindi ko domorol fana kol fana be firale le dadi ma nin domorol ni fana beteat. Gambia dawda yalo ngam fa kendol sotale je.
Ha e wo moyo diat ha.
Apelenta
ni wo ka ni lafta nyelen kendol e bina.
Yalo bu kanyi la ko la baraka ba.
Yalo ndel chosano lo.
Abaraka.
Yara nyilla domoro ka diaten.
Boy.
jannon CK's restaurant
sa na ko be ni na dimbal nimbe domoro kala janno
domoro seneyata adiyata topotoro fanan kendema bije luntan during tamala abeka domoro ki janni adi manda wala de teka we bijele anim fanan ka fadi jang ikono e fa e ka fa minne ko pastry anim bakery iko fanan be kalele badde lomba conference lomba workshop lomba ye fo fendin lon dunia kono domoro betama nyillom international o toda number 1
amanke ba domo la jandama
e sa domo jang is atariya
wo mu kubandi
sa na ko sa futandin
oto sa na ko be mu CK's restaurant
ndaba na janna mu yat ni manje dorom bijam
aban
CK's restaurant, known for best quality food and customer satisfaction.